Good morning, my brothers and sisters. I know that you have forgotten this. And why do I know that? Well, because I forgot a few things. So review with me. Let's humbly go back, look at Psalm 124, 134, if we can have time here today. Psalm 124 says, "Let all your problems go away when you become a Christian." Just kidding. The Bible does not promise an untroubled life. In fact, the appropriate mark of God's children is not the absence of trouble, and the presence of bad circumstance does not indicate the absence of the presence of God. So God does not make your problems disappear, but he does change the scenery. Psalm 124, verse 2, "If it had not been the Lord who was on our side when the people rose up against us, then they would have swallowed us up alive." So if the Lord wasn't here, things would have been different. And then in verse 8, it says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth." So he's for us, he's with us, he's at our side during real problems. Okay, so that's just a little pearl from 124. Let's turn our attention to Psalm 100. There's two pearls in there. Psalm 100 is 5 verses long. It's a small but mighty psalm. And don't ever, this is one of the mental problems. Don't ever dismiss a short psalm as having not much to say. So we did some mighty psalms, some long psalms, some famous psalms, and here a not so famous one, but a very short one. And we found it powerful, humbly, and suitable for changing practice in our real lives. Serve the Lord with gladness. So here's the big point from that. What if I can't serve the Lord with gladness? What if I'm a big grouch? Psalm 100, verse 1, "Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Serve the Lord with gladness." So what if you can't do that? What if you're too grouchy? Well, here's the secret of the church. Every believer is supposed to be serving. A couple things. It's a command. God says so. It's not optional. The labor of the church is done by the people of the church. And most importantly, because you benefit from the service. So here's the secret, is that service teaches your heart the heart of Jesus, who is the great servant of them all. And it allows us to imitate his work, imitate his character, imitate the desires that he has for other people. But here's the secret that I learned about service, is you meet the best Christians in the bowels of the church. So go find some unpalatable area of service. 2 criteria, big ones: inconvenient, exhausting. Find someone who poops in their pants, so to speak, to serve. Someone that unlovely, someone awkward, maybe a child or the elderly or the weak or the incompetent or the knucklehead. And here's the secret. While you are there serving them, you are also going to find, when you look around you, a brother and a sister who get and understand Psalm 100, verse 5, "Serve the Lord with gladness." So if you cannot yet serve the Lord with gladness, then go serve along someone who is serving the Lord with gladness. And where do you find those people? In the bowels of the church, serving the unlovely. So if I cannot serve just yet, does it mean I shouldn't serve? I should wait till I'm joyful before I serve? Absolutely not. What it tells us is we must serve, because that is how he is going to give you gladness. So your service results in gladness. You will get the gladness after you serve those with gladness. Serve with those who are serving with gladness. So after you meet those saints that have already gotten the memo, you're supposed to be rubbing shoulders with them. So find someone who loves the apparently unlovable, those who love with people who you love with some difficulty, the 2-year-olds, the middle schoolers, the curmudgeonly, the far away. Find the difficult to serve, and there you will find the best saints in your church. Trust me on this. Tell me if I'm wrong. I've seen it over and over again. So serve with them. It is they that will teach you how to be glad. It is the servants that serve the unlovely that will teach you how to be glad. They will show you how to be glad. That is the secret of the church. So serving with the saints that serve the supposedly unlovely are the ones that will be serving you and teaching you how to be glad. All right, so then Psalm 100 also was just powerful, and it just blew my mind, asking this question: what if the Lord drops me after 1,000 years? This is Psalm 100, verse 5. For the Lord is good, his steadfast love endures forever. So we realized his faithfulness is one of his critical characteristics before our lifetimes with the people of Israel, Jesus, and now during our lifetimes. But here's the new ones to me. Let's talk about 1,000 years from now, 1,000 years from your death, and God stops being of the character of Hesed. Let's say he just is tired of it. So this faithful, loyal to his knucklehead people somehow stops at year 1,000. And if he's unfaithful on that day, we all fall out of heaven. It's just unbelievable. So he has to be faithful before, now, during, and then after. So if there's no unsteadiness with God, there's nothing to stand on, or at least nothing to stand on for long. So do you see? It's him, his grace, his steadfast love that keeps us there forever. Without his hesed, we'd be in trouble now, and we'd certainly be in trouble in the future. Without that pillar, 1,000 years from now, we're all going to fall out of heaven. Blows your mind. For if there's no steadiness with God, then there's nothing to stand on, or nothing to stand on for long. So here's an amazing new thought for me from Psalm 100, is that we absolutely depend upon the Hesed character of God to put us into heaven, and then we depend upon it for our continuance in heaven. And we desperately depend upon the dependability of God. So Hesed is not theoretical. It is practical, and it is necessary before, during, now, and 1,000 years from now. Thanks for listening.